Beck, it's good to have this chance to chat with you. We've worked together for quite a while, haven't we?
Yes.
Could
say too long.
We follow each other around a little bit, don't we?
Yes. Yes.
So you were the administrator at Castlehold.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how that evolved into you working for Revive. How's that?
Well, I worked with you at Castlehold. My first involvement with Revive was when you did the first Park Life.
Okay.
Right at the start, and then I became a trustee when Revive became a charity.
Yes.
I was administrator at Castlehold, as you said, and worked with you.
Yeah.
For my sins.
Yes.
And then I left Castlehold when we went to be missionaries in Cambodia.
Yeah.
And it was on my return that you landed on my doorstep and said, "Can you come and help me?"
Yeah, we needed some administrative work quite badly. Those of you who don't know me, I'm not an administrator. It's not my gift. And so, in order for Revive to function, we need you, or someone very much like you. What are some of the highlights and lowlights?
Highlights and lowlights.
Just a bit more in depth and.
Right. Well, the part of my job that I absolutely love is when I do the accounts. I'm a bit of a numbers nerd.
Yes.
And I love playing around with numbers, and when it all works and it all slots into place, and love that part.
So you love the numbers part. Good.
Yes.
That's good because there's a lot of numbers to work with. Sometimes not enough, but a lot of ingoings and a lot of going out every time we buy
all from the shop and everything, and you put Youth Cafe with the grant.
Money,
from
there's
the
a lot
council
of there's a lot of work.
Yes.
Kind of keeping track of every penny, making sure
absolutely.
we spend it wisely and faithfully to the people that have given it to us and all that kind of stuff. So,
and then crack the whip with you and tell you not to spend money.
Yeah. But, and make sure we try and raise money, so that you don't have a heart attack. So what are some of the challenges you face for work?
Well, really the finances.
Yeah.
When there's not really enough to be doing what we're doing, and you're sort of moving things around a little bit, and
just to pay the bills,
just to get by.
Yeah. Because we haven't ever been in a position where we've been to have reserve funds, but sometimes being able to pay people on time, or we're very hand to mouth as a charity, aren't we?
Definitely, yeah.
Which is, I think we knew coming into setting up a new charity in the sense of trying to do new things. Or old things in a new way, because loving the community is we're not the first people to do that, are we?
No.
That goes back to the
God
beginning.
has always provided.
Yes.
But it's always a bit at the last minute.
Yeah.
And it would be nice if it didn't have to be at the last minute every time.
Right. Yeah. And we're probably at one of the worst positions we've been in the sense that we seem to be asking for a lot of money with the youth funding being pulled. To a certain extent, and with needing to raise money for Park Life and all that kind of stuff, it's a bit of a challenge in times, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. And then what's working with me like?
Oh my goodness.
How's your boss?
Right.
I just thought I'd give her a platform because to tell the world what it's like working with Peter.
Over the last. How many years have you been on the island?
I've been on the island for about 15 years.
15 years, okay. Well, probably 14 years then that we've been working together.
Yeah.
Over that time, I have learnt a massive lesson in not getting frustrated.
Yes.
Yes.
With things not being done or...
Yeah. I haven't learnt totally because I still ask you to do things. Mm-hmm. And then when it doesn't get done, I'm still surprised sometimes.
It's true.
Which I shouldn't be.
No.
But we're great.
Yeah.
Because we do our own jobs.
Yeah.
And I could never do your job.
And I could never do your job. So we do work well together.
Yeah, together.
Even though I know my weaknesses are in admin and my memory's a bit shot.
Yeah.
And I like to move, apparently, and swing on my chair.
Yes, swing on your chair,
apparently.
make me feel sick.
Yeah, which is good. Okay, cool, good. So what support do you think? How would you see? How could we help? How could we develop your role?
Right, well, the charity's really growing and really growing massively.
Yeah.
And my role has massively grown since I started it.
Yeah.
Probably mostly with the living room opening up, because that's a job in itself, really.
Yeah.
An administration finance job in itself.
Yeah.
So then fitting in the other projects around it, it's like massive. In the future, I mean, if it carries on growing, it would be brilliant if we could have a team of people that did my role together, rather than me.
Because you fit this around 2 or 3 other jobs, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Great. So, Laura, how did you start getting involved in the work of Revive?
As a volunteer to start with.
Yeah.
A leaflet came around the church to volunteer for Park Life, and you came round and did a plug and told us all about it.
I did.
And I thought that sounded really good fun.
Yeah.
So I got involved first year in the craft tent.
Yeah.
And I must admit, as a free event, I expected it to be a bit rough and ready, a bit of junk modelling or something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was beautiful, brand new equipment.
Yeah.
There was 4 activities, so the kids could do a different one morning and afternoon for the 2 days.
Yeah,
there was
brilliant.
Mosaics and puppets the year I was there, so it was really good.
Yeah, good.
And then the second year I got involved in the foot washing.
Yeah.
Which is really lovely. It gives opportunities to chat to people, talk to them.
Yeah.
Obviously give them a luxurious treatment.
Yeah.
My hands seized up and my back seized up after a while, but it was really worth it, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it's able to bless people and just give them special time, really.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And then the advert came out in the church newsletter again that you were looking for a coordinator, and a friend of mine pointed it out, and I thought, let's go for it, because I've got experience in the workplace to do that.
Indeed, yeah.
So then I became the coordinator.
Coordinator for Park Life, and started organising what is Park Life.
Yeah.
good job there. It's a big event, takes a lot of organisation, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was exciting. I'd never done an outside event, so I really hadn't factored in rain.
Yeah.
And boy, did it rain.
It did rain, yeah. We did get a bit washed out the year before last when we did it last.
Yeah.
But we're aiming for this year, and hoping that it won't be a washout.
That's right.
And praying for good weather like all the other years. Then how did that link on to you becoming our volunteer coordinator?
Natural progression, because part of the job for Park Life was to do the referencing and checking people who are volunteers, because obviously there's lots of children involved. Yeah. And we need to be safe.
We do indeed.
So then I carried on for all the volunteers for Revive, which includes the living room and NYC, as well as Park Life. Mm-hmm. So I carried on doing that and being around, and at the time there was the opportunity for the charity shop, as we opened the charity shop. I wasn't successful first off, but then as one of the managers left, you put me forward.
We did, yeah.
And I got that, and that was a whole new experience again, and it was amazing. It was such a blessing. I mean, I love stuff and I love charity shops, so that was like being in a playground. But also to get to meet people, and people came in regularly, and we were able to help source items for hobbies and for fancy dress, and we'd take people's numbers, and if something came in, we'd be able to call them up and say, this might help. And I remember a lad, particularly for Bestival, which was mad, futuristic, so he was going as Mad Max, and we variously phoned him up and said this might be useful and this might be useful. But the biggest wow factor was when I went up in the stock room and there was a leg brace, which he thought he was going to have to go and get welded up or make one. And that was really good fun to be involved in. And a lady with her first grandchild, and sourcing the pram and the bits and bobs, and she brought in the scan photos and stuff, and so it was just lovely to be a part of the community where we could help and bless, and kept the prices down. So that was a whole new experience.
Great. So what out of all you do for Revive, what do you like the most?
Park Life, because you've got all the competitions and the track events and the football, but also all the different stalls, because there's face painting and nail painting, and there's the toddler tent and the craft tent, and the sumo wrestling and the traction engine, does everybody want to come yet?
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's really good fun, and the best thing is there's no entrance fee, and there's no charge for anything apart from the food. So parents or friends or grandparents can bring the kids along, and they can go on everything without anybody worrying about money or you know, you've got to pick this or this. It's, you can go on everything as many times as you like.
Which is brilliant, isn't it?
It is, and it makes everybody very happy. So everybody's happy.
Which is what we want to continue to do.
That's right.
We weren't able to do it last year, were we? Because we just didn't have the money.
No.
And this year we're just making a big plug to try and raise the money so that we can do it. Just because the amount of things we're doing Revive is expanding, the amount of money we need is expanding, and so we're just doing a few things to try and raise some money for Part Life, including a sponsored run I think I'm doing soon, and a few other things. And if you want to give, we've got a giving page which I will link in the description below, and then we can make this thing happen.
That's right. I mean, whilst the event is free for everybody to attend, obviously it's not free to put on, but if everybody gives a little, so £1 a week if you can, or £10 a month, which, let's face it, is a couple of bottles of wine or a few cups of coffee less, or a couple of chocolate bars less, and just if you could donate anything, then it means that so many people can have such a good fun event. But these things all do cost money.
Brilliant.
I never wanted to be a film star.